Welcome to Spartan News, everybody, and Americans. I'm Scott.
I'm Amari.
First, let's talk about Beijing's issues. Red alert over air pollution for the first time.
Officials in Beijing declared on Monday that the thick smog blanketing the city was bad enough to require a red alert. The first time they had raised the alarm to its highest level since the emergency air pollution response system was announced in 2013.
Across the city, residents braced each other for another quote-unquote airpocalypse, a term that some English speakers here use for the most toxic bouts of air pollution.
If carried out properly, the temporary restrictions will affect many of the Beijing's more than 20 million residents. From 7 a.m. on Tuesday to noon on Thursday, schools will be required to close, cars will be allowed to drive only alternate days depending on their license plate, and numbers and fireworks and outdoor barbecuing will be banned. Grilled kebabs are hugely popular street food in the city. In addition, government agencies will have to keep 30% of their automobiles off the streets.
That sucks. I love kebabs. If you remember from our latest news, we talked about the Chicago shooter.
Yeah, he shot an innocent man and was able to get a bond to get out.
Yeah, that one. Well, an update on that news. Even though people are protesting against the shooting against Laquan McDonald, the cop still gets no charges.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
In other unbelievable news, nice transition, Pentagon says Russian, not American, warplanes hit a Syrian army base.
The U.S. military alleged Monday that the Russian warplanes were responsible for an attack on a Syrian army position in eastern Syria. An airstrike that Syria blamed on the U.S. led to the coalition battling the Islamic State militant group in the country.
The Syrian government issued a statement earlier in the day accusing coalition aircraft of carrying out the overnight attack in the eastern province of Deir al-Zor. The government said 3 Syrian soldiers were killed and 13 injured in the strike.
Let's move on from the talk about Google Calendar and how people are calling it pesky.
Yeah, in our last bit of news, oh my God. Sorry, everybody out there. Well, the Google Calendar is a little pesky to people, you know.
Yeah.
You know, on the phone, here's the thing. All right. If you look at the phone, Google Calendar keeps messing with you, all right? So when you press on the phone, it's like, hey, you need to go to the grocery store every single minute. Every time you click the phone, it's like, All right. In our last bit of news, the American Academy of Pediatrics is recommending that all children, not just those at risk, be tested for high cholesterol, depression, and HIV in a new set of guidelines published in the Journal of Pediatrics.
The association published the last of the conditions and diseases and children should be tested for throughout the childhood from birth at age 21 based on studies in recent years, showing many adult health concerns can start early in life.
The goal, the association said, is to catch health concerns while they are developing in order to avoid the need for future medication or treatment. The changes have been approved by the group over the course of the past year, according to a press release.
Well, that's all we have for today, Spartans.
See ya! Oh! Please, what do you...
What happened?
Like the Google Calendar